Not bad, ironic. Oh, I mean, yeah. To be fair, it would have worked out nicely. You and Wicked gave it a good shot. You gave it a good shot. I even like to say I've even said it before. Wicked did pull his weight as well. You know, which is not normally something you hear. All right. Expedition 33 expert current patch. Let's go, folks. All right. Normally I wouldn't start a run so late in the evening, but sod it.
All right, let's go. I'll accompany you there. Are you ready to see?
I need to run Lords of the Fallen with him? Yeah. As in run it or just play through it?
I set up these grapple shortcuts.
On GTA 6.
Don't tell your sister.
So this topic is going to come up a lot. I have no bearings on 6. I'm not all that fussed about it. It's a GTA game. I expect what a GTA game will bring to it. Grand Theft Auto is not a game that I will just go pick up and just randomly go and play. Not like I used to. Maybe when I was younger in that, but like it's GTA, and I'll play it. But it's been that long development. There's such a high expectation on a game. It's going to be unreal. Like, I feel bad for the company because they probably will deliver, but if they don't, you're just going to get non-stop bad ratings. And for the price stamp it's at, and then I saw there was mentions of GTA Plus and paywalls on getting all the customizables or some shit like that, which all could be absolute nonsense. But you know, at the same token, they could be fact. As well as the aspects of you need to show your identification.
Oh well, the red and white tree.
You know, the whole thing of verify your ID, all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, we'll have to do. So there's that aspect. There's just seems to be a lot of things going around, and it's hard to say what's going to be in it or not. So I'm just kind of, I mean, I've got it because my mate's pre-ordered it. He's like, no, we're getting it. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, if you want to get it, I've got the other one, so I guess we'll roll with it. So I'll have it on release. I want it to be good because it's something I want to play through with Miss Gorda, because obviously Miss Gorda used to play it when she was younger, GTA 5 and that. I used to play it. I was like, why not?
I'm fine. I've lived 30.
Yeah, I would not be doing any of that. I don't care about cosmetics that much in that game. Like, I want it to do well. I want it to be great, but I also don't want it to have all this nonsense stuff in it, because all that's going to happen, if GTA 6 can get away with it, it then encourages other companies to do the same, and the gaming industry will die the moment they start paywalling absolutely everything. They already have pay-to-win games, but you know, when they start paywalling normal content, and you know, just normal in-game content you'd expect from any other game, that's going to be annoying to me. I know you get DLCs and do that to a certain extent, but they don't completely shut something off. But like, for example, the one that I saw was like, oh, you'll have to pay this £100 up front to get access to customizing your vehicle, shops, and all blah blah blah, something like that. You know, I can't remember all the things for it, but it's like, yeah, you'll have to, you know, to do the normal things like pimping up your car, you'll have to do this paywall to get through this and get this for your game. Now you expect that from a Grand Theft Auto. So if that's then stripped out of it, and then other companies see that the people have paid it, because they know they will, because the name of the game is Grand Theft Auto, that's going to be the big thing. It's going to be the killer. Like, if they do anything stupid and reckless with it, which then justifies other companies to try the same.
I promise.
Andrea?
I'll use
I should check on Maya. She's probably alone, as usual.
Setting the norm like that would be horrid. Yeah, and that's one concern I have for it, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't see it happening, but they've put a lot of time and a lot of money into this game, so. And the current climate of games, they're getting more and more expensive.
You're quick this time.
Like, I don't even know what GTA 6 cooked to the minecart level again. Who you were? So basically, projects. I have the furthest run so far. Is that what we're saying? The ice one cooked me. I just
Chief Kelp, what?
having to redo 2 levels again, and it's just toxicness.
We're never. You're so.
Just take
Me.
we're her god. She read. You mean the one?
What about you, Turtle? What are your thoughts on it?
Anyway.
And chat. I mean, most of us here at Grand Theft Auto. What do you think? Anything's worrying you about the release of GTA 6? Or do you think it's going to, you know, be the next big thing? Is it going to be the creme de la creme? Is it going to revitalize Grand Theft Auto all over again? So, yeah, GTA Plus. Which, if they do it for the online, I'm not fussed about that. That I can deal with, because I don't really play the online GTA very much anyway. Doesn't bother me. I'm not into the whole role playing and like all that kind of vibes for it. It's like, it's all fun and games, but I ain't that committed. Like, if I could still play the normal game, sure, well, that's fine. Okay, so be it. But yeah, there's a lot of things going around at the moment, and it's just I'll be honest, it's just in a very concerning place. Like, we all know the price of games is ridiculous now. When you're looking between, what, 70 and 90 for a standard and a deluxe edition for a game. And I know it costs a lot to make. I'm not naive to that, but that's not affordable consistently. Like, no. And in what pretense is that an affordable lifestyle choice? You get a month where you've got 3 games that you want at that price range. You know, let's say it's just 3 massive games that you've wanted for ages, so you want to splash out for the deluxe edition. There is 270 quid. It's absurd that the numbers there. And it's supply and demand, because people will pay it because of the names that are attached to some of these games. It's like the rinse and repeat cards. I say that. I was tempted the other day to do a playthrough, a run of all the Call of Duties from start to finish, this campaigns. But all I ever see is clips of, the Call of Duties, and I remember most of the characters and that stuff, like, and then, like, some of the story parts were actually decent to it, like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 and all that stuff. Even some of the modern ones, like with Soap and Price and all that in it. It's just I couldn't keep up with them because some were garbage. So projects. How do we decide on this one? What if nobody can complete a run? Or are we doing any points, or are we doing got the furthest, or what? What's the dealio here?
This will be useful.
Da-da-da. You know what I'm looking forward to? Onimusha. That's a game I'm going to enjoy. But reminds me, I do want to pick up Onimusha 2. I know they haven't done the 3 remaster, but I'm going to pick up 2.
Is that a house?
Man, I'm going to do the run for it too. Okay. Fuck. We're losing time here for no reason. Oh, come on.
Interesting.
It's a shame they didn't bring Onimusha 3 remaster out as well. I would have thought they would drop it just before bringing out the new one.
continent.
It would have been nice to do 1, 2, 3, and then the latest one. Okay, so we're not going to make a lot of time back up here because we got cooked by the jumping section. Let's be real.
These blue trees.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful. Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69. The climbers' expedition.
Let us thank them for that.
Expedition 80.
Right, on to one more fight and then on to a vet. And let's see what we get this time.
Flares!
Survivors!
Hurry!
Projects, can you do me a favor? Can you message me to just a reminder to re-look at the Avec fight again? See if there's a way to make it a little bit more consistent.
Let the ink flow.
Not what we want. We are slow getting here today. Right, folks, good luck. Good luck to us, but all. We're getting this seed again. Okay.
Feel the burn.
Okay.
Take him down.
A storm is coming. Chroma is flowing. Get ready.
For those who come after.
Didn't get the crit. We had the right damage this time, but no crit. Of course that was the case. I love the irony of this game when that happens.
Get ready.
Feel the burn.
Lune, watch out. Get ready.
Ready to evade.
Not enough damage.
Petrus must fall.
So we've been hitting consistently the 1993, which is the maximum crit you get with the stats we've got with the Lancer. And obviously we've been coming up short like every single time,
So,
just because we're out of the damage range basically. That one there, we was in damage range. Like the 2 parries with Gus and the damage he dealt,
day, we should make camp.
the 1993 would have shield skipped.
Find my L if we're dead.
I'm sure of it. Alright, let's see if we can get anything back. Let's do this, folks. Probably should have just took the reset and then try the Vec again, but we'll continue for those who come after.
An advantage.
We're running like an absolute spastic.
Wait. Everyone. Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and.
So what's everybody up to this weekend? Myself, I enjoyed a nice barbecue, got the pool out with the family, and kicked back with a few ciders. It was a very nice, relaxed day. Girls are currently sleeping downstairs on the sofa on the blow-up bed because it's a bit warm upstairs, and having like a little miniature sleepover.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
Oh, we know.
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message?
No, just not. Oh, I'm fumbling.
Maybe. No. Again.
We got this fight. We got 2 more fights in between this and the Gobbler.
Guard up!
Let me help.
Dodge, Gustavo.
That was... You could... If... On me!
We'll take that.
I'm ready. Precise. Strike!
These dead Nevrons. Who could have done this?
Right, one more fight.
Guess.
So you didn't just stay in your mansion. Guess we found 68's boat.
Question: once we get this, if we get this run down, would anybody be interested in a tutorial of this game? Just out of curiosity. Do we think it'd be an interesting piece?
Take them down.
Because I'm quite into liking the idea at the moment of doing some of the beginner tutorials to try and help people, encourage people to try things. I've got Straight to Paradise, which next part of that I've got to do is I've done the first
So they have intelligence.
2 parts, which I think cover the beginning quite well enough. Next one I'm going to do is just one where it shows the levels. No, come on. Slow on these menus. Very slow on the menu in there.
Well, that will help.
So many. I don't like this. Merde. This one is gigantic.
Avoid those at all costs.
23:30. We didn't save a lot of time here last time either, did we? I think it was like 50 seconds in the end or something. It was sack of potatoes we saved more time at, I think. Right, on to Goblu.
take him down.
Let's shut.
Okay.
Please survive. The dance begins. Let's dance.
For those who come after.
Nice.
This will hurt. From please survive.
Sweet. Alright, we'll take that. We'll take that. Just means we have even more time to save because we can get a better effect. Do-do-do-do-do.
Surprised to find you here.
I hope we can trust him.
I mean, he looks like a trustable guy.
Radar Pictos.
I mean, guy with no face. Why would you not trust him, right? Clearly, he looks like a very lovable character.
Did Noko tell you anything more about the village, other than
Red trees?
everywhere?
Noko's not great with specifics.
We'll just have to think like Gestrels then.
That's right, folks. Let's think like genitals. I don't get this one here, so I'm just going to run it through instead of try to hit it and then go back on myself.
Let the ink flow.
I'm ready. From fire.
Lyle, look out!
Strike.
Fine.
Dodge, Gustav. Feel the burn.
On guard. From
Brace yourself.
Take him down.
Spill some ink.
Brace yourselves.
Saccharum. Jar Jar, let's go.
These things are.
Alright, on to ultimate sack of potatoes.
Even stand. Ugh, this place is confusing.
They built it to make their village harder to find. Finesse and grace.
A storm is coming.
Okay.
Precise. Strike
No crit? Sure. That's fine.
on me.
Get ready.
I'll make up for it slightly.
Feel the burn.
Let me take that!
Take him down.
Finesse and grace.
Dodge yourself. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Sweet. We'll take that. That fight could have gone, I think, better. I shouldn't have used the overcharge. I should have just went powerful again. Or just attacked.
It's really a village of Chestrons.
You seem better at surviving than humans.
I guess intelligence is not a prerequisite for. It was.
There are so
We need to get
others apart. A whitehead. You know him. So Eski.
Why? We already.
The stranger. Lead the way.
Survival on the continent. Now to find the. So did death.
Sweet.
Ready to parry. My sword is death. On me. Finesse and grace.
Alright. Let's go.
On me.
Alright.
The boss.
Thank you.
Chestro.
Thanks.
Alright, let's get these items here and let's get moving. Every time. Alright, I'll level up weapons and then move. Alright, until Francois.
Feeling better?
Yeah.
We can debrief along the way. Let's head east to Eskier's nest.
Alright, Medallum. Critical moment. Dodger.
Oh.
Alright, let's get going. I mean, I guess the best part of this when doing this run is seeing the time save I've got each time.
Are you okay, Maya?
Now, I'm specifically not saving even when I've reset my run because I don't want it to have the false sense of security that's my current time for it or my personal best. Like, I'd rather just keep it as to what my personal best full run was and then work from there.
The more information we get, the more questions I have.
You okay, Sia?
Yeah. Eskier is surprising.
Please survive.
Okay,
All this,
take it. But no.
but
Scram!
Alright, let's go.
Francois and Eskier are very different from Jestrels and Nevrons.
You think the Paintress created them too?
If not, who else?
Maybe they came from another world.
Again, I think the craziest part of me doing this run is this wasn't even a game I was even remotely aware of when this first dropped. I saw a load of people playing it. It was actually Excel that turned around and says, "Oh, you watched that Expedition Day 3?" It's like, to be honest, mate, I haven't. I keep seeing people playing it, but I've not actually sat there and watched it. And then I was like, okay, fine, it's on Game Pass. I'll give it a go. And lo and behold, it's probably one of my most played games.
We can use that.
Here we go.
Right. And then up. Camp. I'm gonna do CLs whilst we're here. Breaker, augmented, energize start, go. Come on, skip. Give me that skip, skip. Alright, gotta pick up the Delarum and then get first strike.
Perfect.
Sweet.
This will be
Right,
useful.
let's go. Right, up we go. Let's get first strike.
This will be useful.
Alright, first strike. Delarum. And that's it for now.
A shrine to the paintress.
The paintress destroyed our world. And someone built her a shrine.
The weak-minded turn to whatever they can to explain the unknown.
Take him down.
That for that. That. Alright, almost back at Landmaster.
Looks like a farm.
Like old times, eh?
Alright. Last few grapples, and we are almost done with that one. Oh, fuck, I forgot to put it in again. I'm supposed to put a Monaco split to see if I'm hemorrhaging time in Monaco's particular section.
An advantage.
Flurry is
All right.
there. Ooh, but I sense something scary.
Not looking good. Not looking good.
Time to strike. Your turn to shine. Careful now.
Get ready.
Danger! Lightning dance! Take cover!
Ready.
Danger! That hurts.
Your turn to shine.
That hurts.
Sweet. We'll take that. We'll take that. Yes, we will.
We've done nothing to you. We should be on the safe side.
Come on, Pierce Brosnan, join me. Live to fight another day.
Something's going on up there.
Escape! Get us up there!
I can't. Oh, fuck. Right. So Delarum. At depth's door. Why are you trying to mess up things there? That. And off we pop.
Head for the monolith. Through the quarry to the north.
Time for swim.
Everyone okay?
All right.
Take cover! The storm is coming. Any other tricks we should know?
One thing at a time.
All right.
These are all expeditions?
A single
Yep.
Lebron took out most of them.
They all got fucked up.
Still around.
I've only seen it once. Many years ago, so most likely not.
Yeah, it's got a quick menu. I gotta buy one item, get a quick menu in, and then run to the duelist. And let's see what we can muster up, I guess.
Looks like we passed the danger zone.
Highway to the danger zone.
I guess we're lucky.
Verso, inverted infinity. That. Yep. And then that should be everything.
I'll manage.
Let me explode.
You're outmatched. I've got it.
Your turn to
Boo.
I think I'll improvise.
Alright.
take cover. Let us slay them.
We'll take that. We'll take it. Yes, we will.
Is this the place?
Yeah.
Alright, upgrade some stuff. Lighter room to 9, seals into 6. I did this last time, I got lost. Okay, maybe don't have the menu there for it. Maybe that's not the one.
How far to Minoko Station?
With SGA? Oh, should be quick. Minoko Station is to the north, not far from here.
Let the ink flow.
Let's go the path. This will hurt.
Lady Luck smiled today.
Follow the tracks. It'll lead us to Manoko.
Train. Gustav would have liked to see that.
Is it true before the fracture, Lumiere had trains running throughout the continent?
Always running late, but here we are. Minoko Station.
Is that a Gruntis? I knew it! They're real too!
Alright, Verso, Jaliso, combo attack for Death Store, critical moment for first strike, explosion attack for inverted affinity. Yeah, sweet. Then we want to take critical burn dodger off, we want to put critical moment on, we want to take dodger off and put first strike on. And that's all she wrote.
Not looking good.
Incoming.
Let's carve a path.
Powerful.
Not looking good. Lightning dance.
Sweet. So it appears Ice Lance wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. That was the issue. Weird. G Rico, sweet. We'll take that too. Why aren't you using radiant attacks? You lazy old bastard.
Pointers from the one sitting on his lazy ass.
You didn't teach them, did you?
Should have said lazy old bastard. Should have said it.
Very well. I shall generously...
That hurts. Ice shatter. Your time to shine. No margin for error. Lightning dance.
Sweet. Okay, we're on to Renoir, and we are doing it as per the older script. Not the one with elemental tit that we did for Hitless. Which I realised actually you could have got away with using the normal script. I was doing a little bit of mess around with it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes this time.
Welcome, my friends, to old Lumiere.
Lumiere. Okay, we have got a recoat, so that's fine.
Still here.
50 in my 9 look. 36. Sweet. 28. 53. 78, 49, 5, and 9. Leadership.
Just never.
Lune at death's door for any charge to start. No swap. We want Dodger off at death's door on. Verso first strike that, and then yours is inverted at any charge can start. Let us go.
So this is where our piece of Lumiere used to be. Before the fracture ripped apart the world and threw us into the sea.
We're lucky it did. That's probably the only reason we survived.
True that, homie. True that. Crazy that we don't take auto rush anymore. Like you think auto rush is a big piece, but you know, to get ahead on turns and whatnot. But crazy.
Friends.
I mean, I never like the gamble that goes with it.
Landing us in this quagmire.
Well, no,
So
giggity.
Minoko. Let's move on, shall we? How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
What was life like before the fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier, livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Speaking of her,
Okay.
where do you live in Lumiere?
Above a bakery near the center. Angelique's.
Angelique's Boulangerie.
I ate there every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Matilda. And this is over.
I never said there was treasure.
That was a little bit close to taking an account we did not want to take. I'm going to tell you now. That was close.
I'm ready. Flames. Rain.
I'll manage. Last ditch effort.
Find Lumiere and Ciel. Quickly. I think I'm close.
We are playing with fire there.
This manor's intact. Why does it feel so familiar?
Okay.
Take cover!
Forced us into this. Let's carve a path.
Let's push forward.
She won't help you this time. Time to end this.
Let's push forward.
Sweet. Dun, dun, dun.
So this is Visage Island.
He who guards truth with lies.
Are those faces?
An infinite sea of them.
Is the island singing?
This melody.
This is creeping me out.
Alright. Lune, Maya, Monaco, Verso, Delarum. Go. Should have done combo attack there as well. Never mind. I'll do a combo attack when I do glass cannon. There you go. We'll sort that way.
I know they're Nevrons, but witnessing the sorrow of others, I can't help but feel for them.
A noble but tremendously fatal impulse.
Okay. Now let's go Monaco, glass cannon, CL, combo attack. Oh, one more Picto to pick up, and then we go straight to Mass Keeper. Oh, I didn't touch it. Okay. Well, that's on me. I'm losing time there for that. That is on me. I thought I touched the flag. I swear I did. Oh, that was silly. Oh well. It's fine. You know why? It's because I was doing things in place I don't normally do. So I don't normally do the Lune, Monacos and all that switch around there. That's probably why, but I swear I went and grabbed that. Oh well. Me issue, that is. It's just the me issue. Alright, we're going to lose a little bit of time there, so we'll just see how Mass Keeper treats us.
They seem so joyful. I'm almost jealous.
On the surface, at least.
He who guards truth with lies. Well, that will help.
Right. Confident fighter. Energizing start. Hit burn off. We want energized start on. Augmented first strike on. Versa want at death's door. Don't really think it. No, we'll just leave that as that for now. Let's not change too many things at once.
lovely feet.
My turn.
Should have just took the hit. There you go. Right. Every time. Up we go, and then we'll do the menu.
These masks.
Yeah, if we manage to do this okay, not lose any time, then we have more time saved because we did the little walk back. But I don't think we're going to save much time. I think we're going to lose time just for that little mistake.
Monoko, what does that mean? He who guards truth with lies.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Guard as in protect? Or guard as in control?
Yes.
That should be Jaliso. Glass cannon. And off we go.
You're outmatched. I'll manage.
Let's push forward. Lightning dance.
Look out!
I've lived through worse.
We're marching forever. Your turn to shine.
Let's push forward.
Bring it on.
The elements dance. your turn to shine. Let's push forward. This ends now. Let's push forward. Lightning dance.
Moving on. Ciel's 11 and Lune 14. What's up, Tofu? How you doing, mate? I mean, it is a bit warm. You're right. It is a bit warm. It's been a little bit cooler today. Still not like massively, but it's a bit cooler. It's not been great. Yeah. I mean, it's been nice though. Like, the weather is nice to have the sun, of course. It's just there's a little bit too much humidity that goes with that sun. That's the problem. CL, Death's Door, Confident Fighter, Death's Door swap. And then Delarum. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice at this point. The door, slot one, no confident for that. Alright. Let's do the leveling here.
Don't look at her for too long or you'll go insane. I've seen people jumping off a cliff just from looking at her.
CL 61. Look 24. Might 50. Sealed Fate. Card Weaver. Any other skills? No. No other skills.
Mesmerizing.
UKA rain. I know, right? I know. I mean, I'm one of those. I prefer the cold weather. In all honesty, I'm not. I would rather have to try and warm myself up than cool myself down. Every time of the week.
I'm waiting.
My, what lovely feet.
I'm ready.
Sweet. Let's go. I'm trying to. I mean, You know, it gets to the point when you're on a roll and you start questioning things. It's like, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? So we want energize and start off. We want critical moment on, or we want death door on. How's Honk been treating you anyway, Tofu? I mean, credit where credit's due, mate. That's a harder run than what I'm doing here. I'll be honest with you. I know it sounds crazy to think that like 6 to 7 minute run is a lot more difficult than what I'm doing in the space of 2 hours. It really is. You have no margin for errors.
Place is huge.
Thank Expedition 67 for destroying a lot of the walls to get further. Couldn't progress without that.
Feels like home.
Good stuff.
There we go. Let's keep moving.
What's that?
Leticia.
It works for Siren.
So he creates all of that for her.
We should take it out. It would definitely be an advantage against Siren. I think I'll improvise.
My die so weird. Your cards have spoken.
Let's push forward. Take your shot.
Last-ditch effort.
That hurts.
My die so weird.
is coming.
Alright, let's go. I mean, you know we're going to. You know, right? Would be gordo if you didn't do it. Just for content, obviously.
We're finally there.
She's waiting at the end of this tunnel.
Then we should prepare before we head there.
Yep, we should definitely do all that.
She's even grander than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yune, you're okay, right?
Nope, that's the plot.
I've seen this dance before.
I've got this.
That hurts. Ready.
Just try it. I've lived through worse.
A storm is coming. Time to take risks.
Okay. That's all my owl, Lune, the owl. Kisseron, Feliso. Off we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Wow. I drank too much last night.
I can't remember a thing.
You clean me out.
Chad.
You bunch of drunks. We can finally reach the painters.
Let's make sure we're well prepared beforehand. We still have a little bit of time.
Oh, Come on. Okay. Right, we'll do this when we get to the flag and do the level.
Inside the monolith? What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right?
2, 3, 80, 42, 84 is fine, 18. Right, so we want Verso, Mael, Lunaciel, Energizing Turn, and critical moment for combo attack.
Mael.
Up there. She's the paintress. She's up there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I can sense the real paintress. Her heart is above us somewhere.
I guess we head up then. Verso, what was that?
I don't know.
Fire. Again.
We've got one fight to take here, and it's just Renoir, so most of this is just it's just traversal overall.
Again. Teaching her children to paint, huh?
Right. According to the Chevalier soon. bonus gain grab, and that is realistically, I think.
Nice.
Who is she fighting?
Her husband?
Danger!
Just trying.
Am I ordering right here? It's fine. Just make sure it is. Verso Lune. Yeah. Fire during the turn. Combo attack. The moment, yeah. Alright. We're supposed to Ice Lance there with Lune to open with.
What have we here?
Okay.
Oh. We're inside her mind.
Alright, we're coming to Renoir 2 now.
These are memories.
Let's see what happens here.
The chroma here. I can read it.
I don't understand.
Verso? You okay?
Yeah, fine. Let's keep moving. We're almost at the top.
I'm gonna follow my own, folks.
I think I'll improvise.
Not looking good. Thunder! Strike quick!
Here's your card.
Oh well, there's so little.
Or never. A storm is coming.
Don't break her heart.
Maximum damage. This will hurt.
If I die, so be it. If I die, so be it.
Alright.
There's water from a glacier in Alaska.
Weakness gain.
It was blessed by an Eskimo medicine man.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate that. Glass cannon. And then inverted affinity off. And we want glass cannon on. At death's door and that on. And then we want to shift over to here. And let's go.
We're outside.
She's there. I can feel her.
We need to be as prepared as possible. Once we go up, there's no turning back.
Appreciate that, Excel. Appreciate that, Excel. Thank you for the hydrate there, Orange. I am not being ignorant. Maybe I am.
Last ditch effort. I think I'll improvise. I've got this.
Let's push forward. That hurts.
How cruel of your
father to use you like this.
Brace yourselves. Look out. Lumiere, attention.
Manage. Last ditch effort. Worth it.
Swiftly now.
Do you understand what you've done? You killed him! Who are you supposed to be?
Knew it. I pressed it early. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I knew as soon as I did it, I was like, oh, damn. Damn, son, we pressed early. It's okay.
I'll manage.
That hurts. If I die, so be it. Let's push forward.
How cruel of your father to use you like this.
I'm ready.
Not impressed. Just try it.
Take cover!
That's cover power. My turn.
Let's push forward. And a big risks.
Do you
CL
understand
incoming.
what you've done? You killed him! Who are you supposed to be? Matter.
I've lived through worse.
Now's our chance. Swiftly now. You failed.
Bring it on.
Renoir can grieve however he likes, but I get to grieve my own world.
Oh well.
Tell your father I don't need him to look out for me.
Let's have some fun. I've lived through worse.
Swiftly now.
Your fate is sealed.
Ready to evade.
Did I dream the fire? Is Versa still alive?
Let's Lightning dance.
Not impressed.
I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I'm doing.
I'll manage. Ready to strike. Not impressed.
Arrogant man. I taught him to paint, and he seeks to use my creations against me.
Not looking good.
Let's push forward. Lightning dance.
I'll manage. I got this.
Your cards have spoken. Deal me in.
I'll do it. That hurts.
I'll manage. I got this.
Here we go.
Come along now. I'm in Renoir's atelier. Alicia, quit dawdling. End of the corridor, you know where it is. Our parent, he has... I need you to take... You will do nothing. The writers you... And I can't prefer so trip. Although, if you read... I'll fight this... Can you handle that? Lest you forget... Good. And read...
Go on.
Your father was the...
Glass cannon combo attack.
one erasing everyone. Why would he help repaint everything?
I hid the canvas before I entered, so Maman can't come back again. There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to go home. Are you?
Is he bad? But
Save it. I don't mean you did what... Of course.
I thought you...
I was. Everything. I don't care. And that...
See ya.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
As long as...
You got it.
Not...
Thanks for the...
Was it... What will you...
I'll do my...
Quite as...
We have to...
I'm surprised.
He's been...
If you and your...
What's the...
Maybe.
Professor...
Your fight. Eileen. I hope... Yeah. Lune.
I was right.
And what would you have...
I wouldn't have
So you choose...
That's your...
Knowing what you... I don't... Yeah.
Alright, time, folks. Time for that grand finale. Oh, some AI viewers. Nice to join us, AI viewers. I'll ban you when I get a minute.
These expeditioners are glorious wreakers of havoc.
The Sword of Lumia.
Still the best OST game. I stand by it. For music that was found randomly on SoundCloud. Chef's kiss. That new view on the phone threw me off. Why? Because it said Night Rain in the background. I was supposed to update it with the game I'm playing, but I swapped games too much, so I might just have to make a generic Gordo's game background and go with that. So I might just... Thanks for reminding me there, Topher, actually. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on the game screen. At the very least.
What have we here?
Might not be.
The 32s.
Father.
Just not used to it more so. Yeah, no, it's something to get used to for sure, but it is helpful in some places. No, do the menu before creation, don't do anything now.
Nice.
Should take care of the Lumina side of things.
The Opera House.
Oh, come on. No, 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 no.
Like axons, they're Papa's creations.
Getting caught on nothing.
Almost there.
Maya,
Let's go.
Go back when I go.
Alright, I've got recoats, I believe, so it should be fine.
Papa is somewhere past the gardens.
Right, learn skills. Stand down. No one else needs to learn anything? Nope. Upgrade attributes. 96. 59 might. 18 luck. Everybody but Mael. Alright. You can get combo attack over Confident Fighter and Glass Cannon over Immaculate. Mael, Confident Fighter and Immaculate. One last thing here.
Expedition is much longer.
Matt, we need to defeat them fast.
extra inspired.
Ready to carry.
Sweet.
A storm is coming.
Papa's over there.
Alright. Verso, CL, Mael.
And the chroma we need to bring back Lumia.
Even I can sense him.
We'd better make sure we're ready.
Wow.
Okay. Firing. Jab. I'm not giving up.
society, it's time to go home.
Not impressed.
This selfish Aline!
Thank you for banning that guy, Excel. Appreciate that. I mean, I don't mind the IO viewers. They're fine. If they wanted to see this, enjoy whatever this is.
Aside, the canvas is killing you both.
Not this time!
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. There we have it. I said I had it. So I got it. Tofu, Excel, folks who decided to sit through this. Appreciate the support. Projects, Sencho, all of the boys, the centers. Appreciate you all as always. There you have Clair Obscur, Expert, Current Patch, New World Record. Are we happy with that? Absolutely. You know, I'm just want to check something, alright? So I'm curious more so than anything. Alright, so let's save those splits. That's currently where we're at now. Alright, what's our personal best? What's our best segments? 217. We're not even far off